Got a sound.
I don't mean to be sweating you. All I want to do is just talk to you. I don't mean to be sweating you. All I want to do is just talk to you. I don't mean to be sweating you. All I want to do is just talk to you. Talk to you. I don't mean to be sweating you. All I want to do is just talk to you. I don't mean to be sweating you. All I want to do is just talk to you. Talk to you. I don't mean.
Oh man.
Was you sweating? Was you talking? What was that?
Whoa.
It sounds
man.
like a whole bunch of cash and foolishness.
Did it?
Mm.
Did it didn't sound like we normally sound, huh?
No, it sounded like somebody was trying to remix and didn't know how to do it.
I'm gonna do it again.
I don't mean to be sweating you. All I want to do is just talk to you. I don't mean to be sweating you. All I want to do is just talk to you. I don't mean to be sweating you. All I want to do is just talk to you. I don't mean to be sweating you. Let's talk about it. Let's talk.
Man, that sounded a whole lot better.
That
Welcome.
did. I could see that you just talking. You sweating.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Just Talking to You. I'm the one and only, the People's Champ. I gotta set my thing. The People's Champ himself, aka the People's Hero, the People's Superstar.
You just feeling yourself. People's hero, you're superstarring.
The People's Role Model. The People's
You're doing it all.
The People's the one the people love, the People's Choice. Hey man, this is your one and only, the People's Champ, and I am not here by myself. Me and my girl, my family. Shay Boogie Woogie is in the building. Shay Boogie, introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Shay, and I'm your karma, and you know who you are. I'm your karma, boo.
Dang. Who you telling you karma to? They know who they are or something?
They know who they are. It was a little blast from the past, and I shouldn't say I'm his karma, but I'm gonna say his karma came and slapped the hell out of him this weekend. So
you was kryptonite.
Huh?
You was kryptonite.
You know what? I guess in some ways I am, but he gonna learn this time around, most definitely. Not everybody gets a second time around, or third or fourth.
Like the song say, second time around.
Did you know that Jody Watley owns the name Shalimar?
Do she?
Yes, I found that out this weekend. Howard Hewitt and the other dude, I forget his name, they can't even perform in the United States under the name Shalimar. They can only perform overseas under the name Shalimar because she has locked that name up real tight. She said, y'all will not be making money here. So from what I read.
She has exclusive rights to the title Shalimar, huh?
Jody said, oh, you thought you was gonna screw me over. Let me show you a ting or two.
Wow, man. She
Yeah,
told them, didn't she?
she showed it. That group has a deep, deep history. And Shalimar used to be the get with it.
Oh yeah.
This ring or whatever that was. Oh man. This is, or is it for the lover in you? I forget what the title of that is.
For the lover in you.
That used to be my
this ring is-
song.
Oh yeah. That's what it is, man.
I hated when they broke up, but
Man, what's the weather like down there in Texas today, my friend?
hot as the devil's armpit.
Is it that hot?
It is. It's a little cool. It was a little cooler today. My air conditioning was able to act right. So
Did it rain or did it did it rain? Get any rain today? Is it
nope,
cool?
it didn't
or-
do nothing.
What was the highest outside today?
Huh?
What was the high temperature?
I don't know. I think it was in the hundreds. 107. My son said 107.
107.
Yeah, and sad thing is
Lord have
I think
mercy,
I'm getting
man.
used to it because it didn't even feel that hot to me, but it was a little warm.
107, man.
Mhm.
That's hot. That's hot.
That is hot as the devil's armpit.
Man, that's hot as man. What's up, Percy? Man, that's super duper hot, man.
Yep. How's this everything back there? Did you watch any football games this weekend?
Yeah, I watched a few of the little football games that was cracking and stuff, man. Wasn't too many that was couple preseason, it's preseason, man. If you
Mhm.
it just scratch your football itch for right now, man.
Right.
Give you a little itch to scratch and stuff till we get off into the meat and potatoes of football and stuff.
Right.
I liked it. I mean, it was something to pass the time, man.
Right.
Something to pass the time, man. I ain't gonna say it was all gravy, but it was something good. I can say that.
Anybody exciting stand out? I know Hamlin came back.
Hamlin did come back, but you know who really was exciting to me? The
Who?
Chicago Bears look good, man.
Really?
Yes, the Chicago Bears. Out of all people, the Bears.
Wow. Okay. What
The
about
Bears.
the Browns? I think they were a surprise team last year, weren't they?
They were.
So how did they look?
The Browns, well, they didn't have none of their starters playing. The Bears did have starters playing.
Okay.
So that's what was a big significant difference with the Bears. They had their starters in there playing football this week. So everybody else didn't. So for the most part, it was pretty okay, man. It passed the time away, man, and it was just really something to do for real, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But wasn't nothing spectacular to really write home. I mean, hey, it occupied your time. Next week, it's gonna be a little bit more occupying and everything. Then the following week, we'll occupy some more, and then next thing you know, the season is amongst us.
Right.
So that's what it's about, man.
It's coming quick.
It happens really quick and really fast, man.
Right.
It happens really quick and really fast, man. We're gonna have us some. We're gonna see how this weather is, man. We had rain where I was at today. It rained quite a bit. Well, it drizzled, sprinkled a whole lot, man. But for some reason, since I got older, I enjoy the rain.
Yeah.
Minus the thunderstorms and everything, I enjoy the rain. Ooh. The rain is it's therapeutic.
Yes,
I can really say that the rain is therapeutic, man. And I really enjoy therapy, man.
Cool.
I just love peace. I'm to the point in my life, man. I'm gonna get peace by any means necessary.
I feel you on that one. The peace is necessary. I feel you. So while you doing that, can I give do a Black History moment or whatever.
You're doing a Black
I
History
w-
Month.
Black excellence.
Go ahead.
So I want to shout out. We finally know the gentleman's name that sent up the bat signal during the Alabama River Rumble, so to say. His name is Doc Captain Damon Pickett. So he was the one that went over there and tried to get the situation handled with the boat that started everything off.
Uh-huh.
So salute to him. And also, and I hope this brother gets the representation he's promised, but Reggie Ray is our chair warrior. So he allegedly was arrested, but I hope that somebody comes in and gives that brother some free representation so he can get out of the situation.
That would be neat if they can give that man some
Mhm.
represent him without really charging him or taxing him real bad and stuff, man. That would be neat, man.
Yep.
That would be really, really neat, man.
Yes, it is. And other happy news, Sierra about to drop another one of Russell's babies. Girl, that prayer is powerful. You go, girl. Congratulations to Sierra.
She is. She's gonna have another one. This is gonna be their
They're
one.
fourth. Third together. Fourth
overall.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out and congratulations to Russell and Sierra, man.
Yep.
They doing it, man.
Yeah, he asked her last year, can we have another one? Boy, you better go somewhere. So,
Hey, man, hey, all that guaranteed money, hey, you can't do nothing but have that man, baby.
Hey, I ain't mad at him.
Hey, man.
And I don't care what you say, that man love that woman, goofy as it may seem. And I don't understand, like, why is it goofy for that man to love his wife the way he do? I mean, now I will say this, Russell do be slipping on his fashion game sometimes, but past that.
Let's say get past that, huh?
Oh, I can get past that because, you can fix that up. That's not a problem. But why do people feel intimidated by the way he loves his wife or criticize how he loves his wife? Why is he a square or a nerd? Or are they talking about, how did he catch Sierra? What is that about?
Yeah, they tripping, man. They tripping off that, man. That dude, man, hey, you know what? People get tired of it and they know what they like and they know what they want, man. And she was tired of the thug stuff, man.
Right.
And Future brought that thug stuff to the table, man. She got tired of that stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't be mad at her, man. She got tired of it, and she said, "Hey, there's more to me besides this, man."
Yep, because she was with 50 Cent and turned right around and had that horrible time with Future. So, yeah.
How long was she with 50 Cent? That's the $1 million question.
Yeah, well, let's see.
I didn't know her and 50 kicked it like that.
Yep. I don't know if it was more than a year.
I didn't know how long they kicked it like that. You fact checking it for us?
Yep. 4 years.
She was with him for 4 years.
4 years. And there's no reason, little is known about the split and what caused it. But yeah, they were together for almost 4 years, 3 to 4 years.
We got G Money on here. G Money with us. He in the building. He done fell off in the gig with us. Good looking G. Way to fall in with us, brother. Way to fall in with us. We got my man G Money that done fell off in the gig with us, baby. That's
Oh,
what I'm talking about, man. My man G. GG is the way to be. My man G. What else is going on, Shay?
Well, not much. Not, I mean, it's a whole bunch and a lot, but it was just still a little follow-up. I got a story for you if you want to hear a story.
I got a story to tell.
I got a story to tell you. So this story happened a couple years ago. I think it was kind of like a repost or whatever. But so this man and this woman meet, right? And they have a whirlwind relationship. They just boom, hot and love, hot and sweaty. Ooh, we get married. So 2 months later, they get married. He meets her family, but she doesn't meet his because they kind of lived a few hours away. And she had a busy schedule. She was working like 6-7 days a week, right? So finally comes the time when he takes her to meet his family. So, you know, everybody was kind of loving on her. Hey, girl, how you doing? Welcome to the family. But his mama did not say a word. Didn't say nothing. So they sit down having dinner. Mom not saying nothing. So after dinner, she gets sick. So so she goes home and she's like, why am I getting sick? So the next time they go to his family's house, they plan a little hike. So but the mama still isn't really dealing with her, not wanting to have anything to do with her. So they go hiking, but the wife doesn't go because again, she gets sick. So now she's like, why do I keep getting sick going to this woman's house? So this happened like a couple more times. Finally, she's her husband, so she stopped going. Let me say that. She stopped going to the mother's house. So after some, couple of conversations, her and the husband work it out to where she feels comfortable going. So they take pizza with them this time. Well, she did not feel comfortable because she had left her food unattended. So she decided to switch the plates to do a little experiment. Well, she switched her plate with her husband's plate. And sure enough, he got sick. So she waited about 3 days before she told him what she did. This fool gets heated. He pushes her over the couch, picks her up, slams her into the wall. So she managed to get away from him, grabs her keys and cell phone, and leaves the house. And she waited like 2-3 days before she turned her phone on. So once she turned her phone on, guess what her messages said?
What did it say?
After 47 missed calls, she got a message saying he was dead. Don't ask me how he died.
The mom poisoned him.
No. The mom shot him because come to find out, he was the one poisoning his wife. So what happened was back in the day, his first wife ended up dying under mysterious circumstances. So, well, no, I'm going to take that back. It wasn't him poisoning the wife. It was the mom poisoning the wife. But the reason why is because he was killing his wife. So the mother poisoned his wife to save her. Because his very first wife died on a hiking trip. So the mother was trying to save the second wife by poisoning her and making her sick so she wouldn't get left alone with him and he couldn't kill her, because he ended up taking out this real big life insurance policy on the wife, which she found later on after he died. So she still kind of keeps in touch with his mother, and she loves her cooking.
So the mama, oh man. So the mom was poisoning the son to keep her alive.
The mom was poisoning the wife to keep her alive because she knew her son was a killer.
Oh my God. So the mama killed her own son?
The mama killed her own son because he tried to attack her.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man.
Yep. So, and the wife didn't press charges against the mother for poisoning because she knew that she was trying to protect her. So
it was for her own good.
Yep.
Wow.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Oh my God, man. Woo. That's some poison love, I say, man. That's what you call some true love, I guess, huh?
True love of money, because he was crazy. How do you just, I'm gonna kill her for some money? Oh, that's messed up. So yeah, the mama knew. And so, question, could you go against your own kid in that manner? I mean,
if they are doing wrong, you got to go against them, man. Hey, we was all taught right is right, and you don't just go against right, man, with wrong and stuff, man. You can't do that, man.
Yep. And so could you, if you knew your son or your kid was plotting to kill their significant other, would you tell them, or would you save them, or what would you do?
Ah, man. Shay?
That a tough one?
Oh, that ain't tough, man. Hey, if I know my son was trying to kill his wife, no, man. We're not going for that, man. We not finna kill nobody, man. If you don't want to be with her, hey man, it is what it is, man. But you're not gonna do is poison this girl and kill her. That's what we not gonna do. Not on our watch, you not.
Okay.
It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen, man.
Would you turn him into the laws if he successfully killed the girl?
Yeah, that's one of those moral things. If you got the morals and stuff, you gonna have to do what's right, man. I'm sorry, you gonna have to do what's right.
Because technically, in this instance, the mother was the only one who knew. So, and she did not turn in her son. So does it make it right that even though she kind of protected the girl, she still didn't turn in her son? So does one balance out the other? If she had the suspicion, shouldn't she have turned him in?
She should have. If she know what he was doing was wrong, she should have turned this butt in, man. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Hey, man, this is a video that I saw, man. And old Teddy Boy broke it on down, man. Then I got a funny one. I want you to just check it out and tell me what you think about it, Shay. Here it is.
And do you agree with Ms. Gaines that there's a difference between women and men? If the question is about trans women,
I'm just asking, is there a difference between women and men?
I mean, what I can say is that the NCAA has rules in place. They've had rules in place for the last decade, and when this competition
Okay, I'm going to try again.
the rules were clear.
Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? It's a yes/no question. Do you believe there's a difference?
Oh, I think that we're talking about this case with the NCAA.
No, I'm asking a question. Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? Most people could answer this very simply. I'm curious if you're willing to do so.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just putting it into the context of the
Is that a yes?
conversation that we're having. I think that there are definitions related to sex.
Is
but
that
I
a
also
yes?
think
So I'm
that
trying to
when
get a yes or no. I'm not trying to get a speech.
Is
there a difference between women and men?
I think that there are definitions for biological sex.
Okay, so you're
which
not
is
answering
different
that.
than
Let me
gender.
ask you this question then. Why do women's sports exist? If you can't define a difference between women and men, why not abolish women's sports and just tell little girls to swim with little boys and see who wins?
Oh, I'm simply saying that that sex is
My
different
question,
than gender.
why
and I
do-
believe
why
that
do
women's
women's
sports have a
sports
great
exist?
value. I mean, Senator, I'll tell you right
Ms.
now.
Robinson, please answer the question I'm asking you.
Absolutely.
Why do women's sports exist?
I think that there are so many positive benefits to sports.
But
I mean,
why have a
we've talked
separate
about it here
category for
today.
women? If there's no difference between women and men, why to have women's sports? Ms. Robinson, do you agree with Ms. Gaines that there's a difference between women and men?
If the question is about trans women,
We gotta
I'm just
hear it
asking,
one
is there a
more time.
difference between women and men?
I mean, what I can say is that the NCAA has rules in place. They've had rules in place for the last decade, and when this competition
Okay, I'm
happened,
going to try again.
the rules were clear.
Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? It's a yes/no question. Do you believe there's a difference?
Oh, I think that we're talking about this case with the NCAA.
No, I'm asking a question. Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? Most people could answer this very simply. I'm curious if you're willing to do so.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just putting it into the context of the
Is that a yes?
conversation that we're having. I think that there are definitions related to sex.
Is
but
that
I
a
also
yes?
think
So I'm
that
trying to
when
get a yes or no. I'm not trying to get a speech.
I'm-
Is there a difference between women and men?
I think that there are definitions for biological sex.
Okay, so you're
which
not
is
answering
different
that.
than
Let me ask
gender.
you this question then. Why do women's sports exist? If you can't define a difference between women and men, why not abolish women's sports and just tell little girls to swim with little boys and see who wins?
Oh, I'm simply saying that that sex
My
is different
question,
than gender.
why
and I do
do-
believe
why
that
do
women's
women's
sports
sports
have a great
exist?
value. I mean, Senator, I'll tell you right
Ms.
now.
Robinson, please answer the question I'm asking you.
Absolutely.
Why do women's sports exist?
I think that there are so many positive benefits to sports.
But
I mean,
why have a
we've talked
separate
about it here
category for
today.
women? If there's no difference between women and men, why to have women's sports?
Ooh, there's a lot. There's a lot right there. Oh,
Man. Hey, if you're in the comments, man, you got an opinion about this, man. Genders. Is there a difference between women and men? That was a simple yes or no question.
it was
She ducked it,
yesterday.
man.
But-
Yes.
People get offended with definitions, and I'm sorry, somebody finna be mad at me. Y'all forgive me. Letter crew, forgive me. I'm trying to stay neutral, but there are some things you kind of can't avoid in this situation. There, underneath it all, the foundation is that there are differences in men and women. So you have to at some point acknowledge that males are males, females are females. Now, if past that, you choose your sexuality, that is a beautiful thing. But underneath it all, you still have the basic, this is a male, this is a female.
Exactly.
At the end of that. So, and I'm gonna say this, I am not a fan of Cruz, and he was kind of rude and disrespectful, but I digress. But it was a simple yes or no question, and she was kind of, you know,
She was
avoiding
ducking
the question.
She was two-stepping the question.
Mm-hmm.
She was
So
avoiding
is this
that
about
question.
transgender friends being allowed to participate in the sport of their choosing? Like if a male boy teen who lives as a woman, he wants to participate in female sports. That's kind of like the topic, right?
Yeah, I mean, or you can talk about the transgender restrooms, but this is the biggest thing. if I go kill somebody and I go to jail and I say, hey, I identify myself as a trans woman. So
we can cover all three of those, sir. We can cover all three.
Do you house me with the transgender women, or do you house me with the men?
Can I answer that?
I'm identifying as a trans woman.
Let me answer that one with this situation. This just happened like a month ago or earlier this
Talk to me, please talk to me.
So there was a transgender woman. So basically a male who said, I want to be housed with the females. Why some of the people, including guards, come up pregnant?
Wow.
So
you telling me they came up pregnant?
Yes, because underneath it all, she was still a he.
Oh my God.
And having sex.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So oh my God.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
So let me get this straight.
At least 5 people came up pregnant.
So inmates came up pregnant and guards came up pregnant. And the question is, you guys just tuning in in our chat tonight, is one of the biggest questions. This is one of our topics we hitting on. Is there a difference between men and women? Is there a difference? Oh man.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you're saying this inmate say he identifies as a she.
Identifies as a she, but still had his male body parts. And they were in perfect working order because he ended up getting people pregnant.
Wow. So now with that situation came about, do you pull that person out of that population and put him in there with the men?
You have to. You have to. Because now you got inmates that you have to take care of till they have their baby. Now you got babies being born behind bars.
But then now that's when you get the letter people involved. Hey, he identified as a trans woman. No, he shouldn't be housed with men. That will cause a big uproar.
But, okay, so if they just put him in solitary, is that helping the situation? Because then aren't you violating rights too?
Yes,
like depending on how much time.
That don't mean that this individual, hey, and this is the thing that gets me. This person do their time and come out of jail and identify themselves back as a regular male then.
That part.
Should they be charged then? After all of that?
That's a good question.
Should they be charged?
Well, I mean, did they commit a crime? Is it technically a crime?
They perjured themselves.
How did they perjure themselves? All they did was claim that there's no law saying, okay, if you lie about your sex, you go to jail.
They did a sworn statement to say they identify as a woman.
Did they do that?
Yes, they do sworn statements. I identify myself as a transgender woman. So now that's perjury. Now they done perjured themselves, which is a crime. It's an offense. So,
well, if in that case, and there's no double jeopardy, then I'm like, you perjured yourself. So
you're gonna have to what is I'm curious, what's the maximum sentence for perjury?
Okay, let's look it up.
Man, I am so curious about that.
Up to a year and a $4,000 fine. Aggravated perjury is third-degree felony, which is punishable by 2 to 10 years. So at least a year with a $4,000 fine.
Hey, I'll make them do all of that year in general population with the men. And I'll make them pay. Hey, what you say, 2 to 10 years?
That's aggravated. It's up to a year in jail and a $4,000 fine.
I make them do all 12 months. I wouldn't make them do 11 months and 30 days. I'll make them do all 12 months. Charge them the whole $4,000.
That part.
And you donate that and I'll assign community service to them.
That's right. That part, me too.
Man, that is crazy, man.
I just think sometimes in some cases, and a lot of times the women's jail is rougher than the men's jail, if I'm not mistaken. That's what they say. But anyway, I think sometimes people take advantage of trying to be a part of the letter community. You know what I'm saying? Because
take advantage of the situation, man.
Yes. Because I mean, if we move down to the bathroom situation, right?
Uh-huh.
Little boys could dress up as a girl and be like, I identify as a female, just to plant a camera in the bathroom, for example, or to be in the girls' locker room. Sickening,
sick stuff. And they want to identify that. Oh man, you talking about something crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I see if it's legitimately somebody who identifies, you still have to give consideration to the comfort level of the women around them. Like, remember, we was talking about how they're building new airports. Well, I read this. They built an airport or they redid a bathroom or something. But anyway, the bathroom has no separation. It's all male, female. But they built the stalls to where you couldn't see inside the stalls. But it's still kind of scary to go to one side of it and a dude comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you're like, what you doing in here? I treasure, going to the bathroom in public is already weird because you got the cracks in the doors in a lot of places. But then to turn around and have a dude coming out the same bathroom you finna go in, and that's just a little offsetting,
It is offsetting, a little disturbing.
A little disturbing,
to say the least.
We have a restaurant here, and it's kind of like when the first half of the bathroom where the sink area is, it's kind of like an optical illusion because they have mirrors, and in between the mirrors, you can see through to the other bathroom. So if you're standing there and you're new to the restaurant, you don't know that dudes is on the other side of the wall and they're washing their hands. So it throws you off as you walk in the door and you see a guy at the sink. You're like, whoa, what are you doing in here? So it's the same principle. We need the separation. You need the privacy. It's hard enough going and the slots are there, like I said, but then to walk in there and see some dude kind of standing there peeking in at you. Oh, no. Nope. Because again, it could be a situation where some guy takes advantage and puts on a dress and, and I know that's worst case scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it could happen, and it probably has happened.
It could very well happen, yes.
And then you sending your daughters in there. I applaud the fathers who stand at the door and be like, nobody else can go in. My daughter's in here. I can't go in there, so my daughter's in there. Hold on a second. I applaud those men.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'd never let my kids go nowhere, for real.
It's crazy.
Not in the restroom by themselves.
No.
All these perverts out here.
Exactly. Exactly. And what was the other one you said? The situation. We had the bathroom, the sports, and what else?
I said the sports and the bathroom and the jail.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, we didn't cover sports. It was the jail, the bathroom. So sports.
Mhm.
Is it right that somebody who technically, let's say in swimming, somebody who technically identifies as a man to swim against women?
Hell no. If you gotta swim where you were born. You was born a man, you finna swim as a man. You not finna take advantage of these women out here, man. Man, please, man. I do not believe in that crap, man. If you were born one way, I don't give a damn. You gotta compete as that gender that you came to this earth with. Period.
Exactly.
Unless I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there.
Okay.
Unless you have had the full surgery, parts are removed, and you have the woman's anatomy.
Okay.
Now, if you have a woman's anatomy, then I would say, hey, if you got the breast, if you got the woman's anatomy, I would say, hey, yes, you can compete as a woman.
Now, does it matter
if you still have your little tallywhacker between your legs? No, hell no, you can't do that.
Now, does it matter if they still have do they still have testosterone? Like, even if they have the female parts, do they still have testosterone?
Yep, they still have the testosterone.
So, but do they take the blockers for that?
They supposed to take the hormone blockers.
Okay,
take those. But if you got a wanky man, ain't no way you're supposed to be participating in women's sports.
Right.
Period.
Right. That's an unfair advantage.
That is, man. You can't compete with the men, so you're gonna go out here and dominate these women in sports.
Right. Right.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
But let me be devil's advocate, though. They say that women go over to male sports, but these are straight up women. These aren't like women pretending to be men. You know, I mean, I'm gonna use regular women, not the reassigned women. So regular women performing in guy sports like football. Does that count? Can they argue against that?
A regular woman is not gonna be able to. She can compete. I mean, if she gonna get out there and she can compete, man. But more than likely, the physicality is what's gonna be her downfall right there, man.
Well, you
got guys out. I mean, that physicality is what's gonna get her though, Shay Boogie.
But I'm not even talking about the physicality. I'm just talking about the principle. They argue on the principle that women compete in male sports. So is there even a comparison?
Now, I'm gonna tell you, there's a movie out called Necessary Roughness.
Yeah.
With Scott Batuka. And they were the Texas State Armadillos. And they went and they had a woman on their team as a kicker.
Right.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. If a woman can, and like Coach Corey, what's up? Coach Corey in the building. He says not the same, man. They are not the same. And women should compete with men, and men shouldn't compete with women. That's why we have women's sports, men's sports. And like Ted Cruz said, if it's no difference, it's a lot of these people's eyes, if it's no difference between men and female, male and female, or men and women, why don't you just have one sport?
Right. Right.
A lot of these women won't be able to compete in a man's sport because, like I said before, because of the physicality of it. I have not yet met one woman that can hit a 90, 100-mile-an-hour fastball. I haven't met one woman that could do it. That's born a woman. I haven't met one woman that can hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. I have not met one woman that can tackle Derrick Henry head on. I have not met one woman that can stop LeBron James from scoring. I have not met none of these women.
And, you know, I mean, there are comparable. Leslie Jones, I would think, could give LeBron a run for his money. You know,
Who?
Leslie Jones, is that her name?
Man, he'll tear her ass out the frame. Stop it.
Listen, it gets a little muddy right here because, yes.
Leslie Jones couldn't beat the 12th man off the Lakers team.
Sir, you are tough. We is going someplace where it don't need to, because there are comparisons. There are athletes who could, you know, take these people on. At the end of the day, yes, they are great, but the point of it all is, like Ted Cruz said, if we don't need the separation, why do we have it then? And basically the reason why is because women do need to have that separation to keep it fair, because men may be more may dominate if they compete in women's sports. And I'm not taking, you know, I'm not saying that women will lose all the time, but there's a higher chance that men could dominate track and field, basketball, you know, so they invented these things. And on top of which, too, the attitudes there, you know, women tried to compete in male sports and they were harassed and put down. So you had to have that separation, because male egos couldn't handle a female coming in and sinking in buckets on them.
Coach Corey said, we have a young lady that plays baseball for us and she can hit the fastball. Yeah, she can hit the fastball now at the age of 13, 14, 15. But I'm talking about when she's 20, is she going to be able to hit that 100-mile-an-hour fastball, that 92-mile-an-hour slider that's thrown at her? I don't think so. But I mean, hey, if she keep on working under you, coach,
it's possible.
Anything is possible. But anything's possible, man. But I just, different is not equal, man.
No, it's not. But different don't mean less either. And that's why we had to have a separation. Male and females are different. And there's a level of respect that I think male athletes have a problem with as far as dealing with women.
You know what? I don't think it's a level of respect. I think for them trying to compete on the same level as them, that's where the problem lies at. With them trying to get out there and get on the football field with them and compete with them on the football field, I think that's where the problem lies at. It's not about the respect thing. It's like, you know, men wouldn't even go 100% at a woman, man, if they put on pads and try to hit them and stuff, man. And granted, I see a lot of female football leagues, man. A lot of female football leagues, Shay, and these women is hitting. I mean, these women are cracking heads, man. But the thing is, that's a different type of hitting, man. You look at them, they are going at a certain speed. You got guys that's coming 40 and 50 miles an hour head on with another person. You see the brutality it causes men. So just imagine the brutality it causes women, man. But Ted Cruz,
I can kind of agree with that. I thought you was gonna go somewhere else because I was about to get you, but
I was just looking at the brutality of it, because you see men and Hamlin. DeMar Hamlin is a prime situation, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he took a hit he done probably got hit like that a lot of times, man. But if you ever look at that video, look at it from field level. They got it from field level and how fast it was, man. Shay, when I say it is fast and it sounds like trucks hitting each other, hey, trucks colliding with one another. I'm just, and that's the only thing I got to say about the women. I mean, I'm not saying that they wouldn't get out there and do their
Be
thing.
able to perform, but the hit situation, that is true.
The hits,
I agree with that.
hey, it shake the, a lot. The life expectancy of an NFL football player is and it ranges anywhere from 3 to 6 years.
Right.
And you think about this, man. Women have breasts, so just imagine they coming in full foot, pounded each time. We don't know what type of damage that can possibly cause.
That's true.
So Ted was just blunt with what he said, but he made a valid point. He just wanted a question: is there a difference between male and females? And we all know that the answer to that is yes. But like we hit on earlier, if you go to jail and you're identified as a man, you were born as a man, you may say, hey, I'm identifying as a woman. But if you go and you have female, if you identify as a woman and you have all female anatomy, boom. But if you have the male anatomy, like that situation you told me about with the jail, this dude just, he done knocked off 5 or 6 women and got them pregnant plus guards.
Got her pregnant.
Hey, you know what? He got guards pregnant too, Shay. So, that's a charge on the guards. The guards get charged for that.
Yeah.
They can not only lose their job, they can go to jail.
Well, I guess I wasn't worried about it when they were slinging that stuff.
Hey, Coach Corey said the safety ramifications will be too great for women to mix in sports. I agree, Coach.
I agree.
Those safety ramifications will play a big,
because ultimately,
big part.
Our bodies are built different, and I don't care if you are a big woman, and you can handle the punch. Like you said, breast, pelvic bones, all that. We are built differently. So there are some valid reasons why male and females should have a separated athletic program, just like they do right now. But I don't think that you can allow boys to compete with girls, because wasn't there a couple of years ago somebody who was transgender and dominated in track and field?
Yep. Yeah, and that's another one. Hey, if they are playing in track and field, man, come on, man. Now track and field, come on, man. You can't have no woman. I mean, oh my God, man.
Like, I know this dude, this transgender friend was and I think it was high school. I almost want to say high school, college. I don't think it was like at the Olympic level, but I think it was high school or college. And I want to say that they were setting records and doing all this other stuff, all over the female athletes.
I got to share this with you too, Shay. Hold on. I got to show this with our listeners about the little women's football league I was telling you guys about. Where the volume at? We should have some volume on here. I don't hear no volume. Do you hear anything? I know they say it's supposed to be some volume on here. Let me go back one. Let me see. That was one. Let me see if it's going to play it now.
Side trying to get the edge, cuts back at the 40, at the 30 now, at the 20-yard line, it's Plummer. 10-5, touchdown, Plummer.
Let me see if we got the, is this the highlight one?
Yeah, that says highlight.
Hey, man, but I'm just saying, look, this is a promo video right there.
Side trying to get the edge, cuts back at the 40, at the 30 now, at the 20-yard line, it's Plummer. 10-5, touchdown, Plummer. Snap. Woo!
Let me stop it right there. You see that? So you see that hit she just put on her?
Okay.
Just,
Hands off. Snap. Woo! 10-5.
okay.
Touchdown, Plummer.
You see that simple hit?
Snap.
She pops back up. But if she was playing with the men, just imagine you got safeties like Darwin James, Minka Fitzpatrick. You got safeties. You thought that was something. Oh my God.
But you got to look at it. Like she may be, what, 160? And some of the dudes that she would be going against are 240 and up in the football league.
220. Them safeties, 220. These guys, concrete muscle.
Hands off, number 22, Mudda breaks the tackle up the left, finds an open hole, gets to another tackle and into the end zone for her second.
Going deep over the middle, has a receiver, touchdown, Anarchy.
I like it though, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I do like it.
And I didn't see nothing wrong with that. I feel like as female athletes, I think it levels the playing field. They were all, they were even. So it makes sense that they play in their own sport. So I think you really kind of do need that separation for safety reasons. You can't put somebody 160 up against somebody that's a wall 240 and higher. Like that's 80 pounds plus difference. That's a lot.
And you know what? This one thing I do like about them, they got this is the screening process. They take them through physical fitness, conditioning tests, and things like that to see if they are eligible. I mean, if they can pass a physical fitness test, and I like that. I do like that.
I mean, it's a sport. It's still a sport at the end of the day. So yes,
it's still a sport.
Yes, they should still go over it.
It's still a sport.
You say, speaking of physicals, did you see where that there was another teen death in football? Well, I want to say he was doing football, but it was another heart thing, or he kind of dropped on the field. Did you see that?
I heard about that, man. I heard about that. I think we did talk about that on No Balls, No Glory, Tuesday, Thursday. 8:00 Central Standard Time. No balls. No
that's
glory.
why I didn't say nothing, because I knew you was finna drop that. But anywho, yeah.
yeah.
What is it? Now, what
I don't know what's up
they
with
not
these
doing?
kids,
like
I don't know. You know what? They just go through your standard test. They got to start. You know what? A lot of these guys got to start getting cardiologists involved, man. You got to get some cardiologists in here, man. You got to check these kids' hearts, man.
Yes, because
you better get these cardiologists in there, man. Sure.
Because some at one point, somebody mama gonna be like, I'm suing.
You gotta check get these cardiologists. What a lot
Or
of these NCAA schools are getting cardiologists involved in their tests and stuff, and their screenings and their physicals.
But okay, so when you take your kid, maybe everybody don't take their kid for their physicals, but as an athletic mom, in light of all of this, wouldn't you say, you know what, on top of your regular exam, I'm going to take you to a cardiologist?
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a high school, you probably can't afford that just yet, you know? So
But
you
you
could
know
put
what,
the
you got
cost of it on the parents.
And what these universities is, they got guys with cardiologists in there. They got treadmills, and they got them doing all these tests on their hearts and stuff, and then let them rest and get the readings of their heart and stuff. They get it's getting to that point now, Shay.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, you
getting to this
gotta
point
take
with
it
these
down
kids,
to
man.
you gotta take it down to the high school level, and maybe even junior high, because I think the one that just passed away was like, what, 16 years old, I think I almost want to say.
Sophomore in high school.
Yeah, so 16, 17,
Mhm.
somewhere there. And that's young.
Very young to have any heart conditions.
Right.
Very young. Man. Woo.
Oh, yeah, I know I
Genders.
went kind of squirrel, but yeah.
Oh, no. You did it with the gender thing.
Mm.
Next thing. Bubba, Leroy, and Skillet.
Did you say Bubba what?
Down there torturing our brothers down in
Oh,
Alabama.
my goodness. Yes.
And I'm gonna play a clip of this video.
Okay.
Man, it's just bananas.
6 white former law enforcement officers have pleaded guilty to charges related to the torture of 2 black men. CNN's Ryan Young reports on the unthinkable violence that unfolded just this year in Mississippi. And a warning, this story contains graphic content.
They became the criminals they swore to protect us from.
They allegedly call themselves the Goon Squad, a group of 6 white former Mississippi law enforcement officers giving themselves that moniker because of their alleged willingness to use excessive force and not to report. Now they pleaded guilty to federal charges related to an assault that, according to a charging document, included nearly 2 hours of torture, physical, racist, and sexual abuse on 2 black men after a white neighbor complained. Several black males had been staying at the property, and the neighbor had observed suspicious behavior. The officer who received the complaint directed an investigator to take care of it. On January 24th, 6 law enforcement officers entered victims Eddie Parker and Michael Jiggles' home without a warrant.
Handcuffing the victims behind their backs and using racial slurs and derogatory language when yelling at the victims, discharging a firearm in order to scare and intimidate the victims, holding them down and pouring cooking oil, milk, alcohol, and chocolate syrup on their faces and into their mouths, forcing them to painfully and involuntarily ingest those liquids, striking one of the victims with objects including a metal sword, a piece of wood, and a wooden kitchen implement, kicking one of the victims in the ribs, tasing the victims dozens of times with department-issued tasers, and stealing personal belongings from the house.
It ended with Jenkins getting shot in the mouth, the bullet lacerating his tongue, breaking his jaw, and exiting out of his neck. For months, there was a lot of doubt about the official account of what took place, the Mississippi Department of Public Safety releasing a statement the day after the incident saying only the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is investigating an officer-involved shooting, but that didn't encapsulate the horror. In July, I spoke to Parker, Jenkins, and Jenkins' mother and toured the home where the crimes occurred.
I crawled here to this spot, and they started beating me here and tasing me. As you can see, blood spots and all. And my blood spots there.
Jenkins' injuries make it difficult for him to speak.
It hurt. I'm embarrassed.
Has anyone from the department ever reached out to you and apologized? Have they ever asked for anything at all?
Rankin County Sheriff Brian Bailey spoke at a press conference about the incident in late June.
I believe in my heart that this department remains one of the best departments in our state, and I'm committed to doing everything in my power to keep this department on a correct path moving forward.
Yesterday, he issued an apology and said he didn't fully understand the gravity of the crimes committed until recently. Federal authorities began their review in February. They, along with the state of Mississippi, were able to secure guilty pleas of all accused.
Not only did they brazenly commit these acts, but after inflicting serious bodily injury by firing a shot through one of the victim's mouths, they left him lying in a pool of blood, gathered on the porch of the house to discuss how to cover it up. What indifference, what disregard for life.
A life that will never be the same for either of these two men.
It's hard to stand right here, knowing, what happened right here. Justice is what it all boiled down to. I'm just like them, whether they're in uniform or not.
Tourists. Tourists that turn into scientists. Tourists taking photos that are analyzed.
Wow.
I don't even know how they still, honestly, I wouldn't even be able to live in that house. I would have had to pack up and move. They are better than me. To just, no. That is, there are no words. There are no words. And they in Mississippi too?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That is.
Hey, that didn't really
ridiculous.
just caught you by surprise. Hey, you can't even speak on it, huh?
No, because we are in the year 2023.
Yeah.
We just saw the rumble in the jungle down in Alabama. Now you and your goon squad.
That's what they call themselves, the goon squad.
And you are out here calling yourself serving and protecting. I wish I could say I'm not surprised, but I am so surprised that somebody has the stomach and the capacity to treat a human being with such disregard. I mean, didn't she say that they put a sword down one of their mouth?
He smacked him with the sword.
Smacked him with a sword. Okay, but
this is the thing: the firearm discharge. But the firearm discharged and hit him in his tongue. That if he would have jerked his head one way, that firearm could have killed him.
It could have killed him. That doing that right there, that could have killed him. It could have. That hit a vein in his neck and took him out.
Or it could have hit. It could have went through his mouth and hit his jugular on his way out.
Yeah,
and bleed out.
Yeah.
So you know what? If that was the situation, man, and I think they would have probably killed the other guy too.
Of course. You're not gonna leave no witnesses. And honestly, I'm gonna say thank you, Lord, that they even survived. Period. Even with that being said, because you heard her say that was outside trying to decide what to do. So I don't know what angel covered them, but that angel did that job.
And ain't no telling how long they was in there bleeding out, suffering. Ain't no telling how long they was inside.
Because why? How did they even? I mean, how do you wake up and be like, today I'm gonna kick in somebody's door and just cause hell?
And the crazy thing about that, though, this is a federal case. So you think about it, this is a civil rights. So somebody, I mean, the family's going to seek compensation. And they very well should get millions.
Okay.
Yes, very well so. But
both of them, not have to split it, but
yes,
both of them should get paid
Two separate claims. Now, question is, when they go to prison, they're going to be in isolation. They're not going to be with everybody else.
Of course.
But should you put
I
them
don't
with
think they
everybody?
deserve the protection because they wasn't worried about it when they was kicking indoors as the goon squad. Let the goon squad be the goon squad. All they gonna do is get with the Aryan brothers and seek protection.
And you know what? The goon squad, it's so many inmates that's gonna be coming. If you put them in general population, they will be dead. Unless,
I don't think,
like you say, if they get with the brotherhood, the Aryan brotherhood, that'll be their protective source.
But do you think that the Aryans would protect them in this situation now? Once they find out what they did,
they may not.
And knowing that they're cops.
That's the thing, though. That's the big part right there. It doesn't have nothing to do with the Aryan. When they know that they're cops, that's the thing right there. When they realize that they are cops, that's going to be, everybody that's in prison right now is because of a police officer.
Right.
Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some way, shape, or form, they're connected to a police officer. They arrested them, they booked them, they chased them down. A police officer put them behind bars.
Right. Right.
So they're gonna have to be in isolation, man. They're gonna have to be isolated completely away from everybody else for their time. Now, the $1 million question is, how much time do you think they should get?
Let's see. So they're up for 13 felonies in connection with this.
13 felonies.
And they shot and could have. I'm thinking they deserve at least 15 years.
15 years?
Yes. And then I'm going to multiply.
That's all you're giving them, 15? I'm giving them bastards at least 25.
Well, I was going to say, and then I would multiply by 2 and give them 30. So I think I would do 15 per with 30. With a mandatory, you got to do at least half before you can even be considered for parole. Because, sometimes they be letting them slide out. You do 2 years of good behavior.
I got to show one more video, Shay Boogie. This is the young man when they talk to CNN.
Here today and having to relive, having to explain, having to discuss, what does that even feel like, knowing this never should have happened?
It's almost surreal. It's almost like it's been a long time coming, so long coming, waiting on, this.
Now the other guy said, the one in the suit or whatever, not this one currently talking, but he said he can't even really talk.
Yes.
Now he's having to do these interviews on national TV. Think about his dignity being in this type of situation to where he can't really talk for himself. Clearly.
And now that would be considered a disability. A healthy full. So now you got to pay this man the maximum amount of disability a month now.
Will he get that like through the state, or would he just lump that in with his lawsuit against the police department?
No. He's going to, on top of the settlement, he is now eligible for disability per month. So he's going to get his disability.
He better get it all. He better get all.
Every last drop of it.
Outcome, for everything that we said, happened. Everything that we, felt that happened. I mean, it's still a surreal, feeling. I mean, a dream that we still dream about.
You must have trouble, in the aftermath, there's been physical harm.
Yes.
You were shot in the mouth, Michael. You are still experiencing the physical injury, the pain, the emotional, the mental repercussions of all this. How are you dealing with any of this?
One second at a time, one day at a time. The Lord, prayer. Just.
Can you show me where your injury happened? You were shot in the side of it went through your mouth and in the side of your head.
That's not too far from his jugular, Shay. Like you
told
said.
you.
That hey, that's right too far from
Came
his
out
jugular.
into the neck.
Yes, ma'am. He was standing over here, I was sideways like this. I was looking at.
Like you say, an angel was definitely protecting them brothers because it could have very well clipped that jugular. He
For him
bleed
like
out.
this. That's the reason why I come out the side of my head. If it comes straight at the back of my head, I probably would have been dead if I wouldn't have been like looking at him like this.
You know, and these are police officers we're talking about who have now pled. Even the sheriff apologized to you both. I can't imagine what the word sorry could do, but did it do anything for you?
I don't feel it done anything for me. I mean, for it being so long, sorry coming. I mean, you're not sorry for, sitting and waiting, for months and months, thinking that it was gonna be, anything different from what we said. I mean, you believe your police officers, when they went in and, started this all, from whatever, you believe that they were going to go do their job. You believe they was going to, come and damn near murder someone,
They gave them the benefit of the doubt,
Yes.
but did not extend one to you.
Not one to us. I mean, after all this time, it really doesn't mean too much to me.
And he had a point. Exactly. Because at
What
the end
does it
of the
mean
day,
to them?
sorry can't get that man's tongue back.
It doesn't
Sorry.
get that man's tongue back.
Sorry
So-
is not providing them comfort in sleeping. There could be retaliation for what, for them doing these interviews, Mm-mm. What was you finna say? I'm sorry.
Hold on, man. Oh my God.
That is
I'm trying to see something, man.
the very fact that when your home is supposed to be your sanctuary, it's supposed to provide you with peace of mind. You're supposed to be comfortable. And the fact that these people robbed them of that.
Okay, the maximum amount of disability per month. And this was updated January the 11th, 2023. It's $3,627. That's the maximum amount that they can get per month, that he can get per month.
Oh my God. And wait a minute though. That's all he's going to get because this civil lawsuit is going to take years. It could take a while for them to even see a settlement. So he's going to have to make it all $3,000. Do you think it'll go faster because that this is so public?
You know what? I think, the attorneys for the state and the federal government is into it now, man. This considered a hate crime.
Yeah.
So now you got the federal government involved. They're going to throw out a number to these people. And they're gonna go back and forth with negotiation. There's not gonna be no appeal. They're gonna reach a settlement. This ain't gonna take too long because they want this to be over with and be done with. They don't want this to keep on rearing its ugly head. So in this situation, how much do you think that a settlement in damages they should get?
Woo! So, policemen get to your house, bust in your door, beat you, almost kill you. I don't even know if you could put a value on it. Now, let me ask you this before I give my opinion. Are we taking in consideration that Mississippi is the poorest state in the United States?
I don't give a damn if they the poorest. Brett Favre stole $1 million from Mississippi. So
he sold he sold 7.
yeah,
He stole 7 million.
So they done took 7 million. So hey, I don't have no mercy and no compassion for Mississippi right now.
So fairly to me,
shout out to our listeners from Mississippi, man. Hey, nothing against y'all, but this is against y'all leadership, y'all government in the state of Mississippi.
And it may bankrupt the police department, honestly, but
especially if it's a small little town too.
Right. So fairly to me, at least 7 million apiece.
7 million apiece.
And I think I'm going on the lighter side and considering the realness, because I think they deserve 100 million, honestly, 50 mil apiece. But fairly and probably in the real world, they may get 7 mil or less. So I mean,
I'm thinking that they may get 10 million apiece.
I was gonna say 10, but
I would say 10 million apiece, man, because of the severity. Hey, you want me to tell you who I ain't seen? And he may be behind the scenes.
Al Sharpton.
Who? Oh, Ben
Crump.
Hey, this right here is up Ben's alley. We know that, right?
Yeah, we do.
We know that this is up Ben's alley. Now, I'm quite sure, me and you, as sure as we sitting here at 8:48 on August 13th, Ben Crumpton talked to them boys, the family. Ben Crumpton talked to that family.
This was yeah.
Can we agree on that?
But if he had, would you not take this on? I mean, this happened January 24th. So shouldn't he be coming out and saying that he has this case, or did he maybe like delegate it to somebody in Mississippi?
No. Hey, we know one thing we know about Ben Crump. Ben is gonna take all the high profile cases.
Mm-hmm.
And this considered a high profile with the federal hate crime that's involved against us. Oh, this case got Ben Crump written all over it, man.
It do, and we'll see if he don't come out in the days coming up. But yeah,
I'm quite sure Ben is their attorney, man. But you know what? The federal. You see the black lady who was the federal prosecutor,
right?
Did you see her and everything?
Oh,
and they got a black federal assistant federal prosecutor that's handling this. That's what makes me think the settlement is going to be reached a lot quicker.
Yeah, I hope so, because normally, it takes a while to get a settlement, especially, to protect the ones who are serving. They kind of drag it out because, at the end of the day, normal people can't afford all those attorney fees. Like I have a friend right now. Well, I can't, let me not do, but I know someone who's going through a similar situation. And at the end of the day, the attorney was very real and said, if this plays out, if you don't take the settlement, then you're going to be paying court fees, and then you're paying fees for what do they call that, witnesses? What's the word when they're professionals and they know what they're doing and they're coming into court to give their opinion. What's that called? Oh, what is the word? Anyway,
expert witnesses.
Yes, there you go. Expert testimony. Yeah.
Yep.
So if the experts get involved and you're paying per expert, and at the end of the day, all those fees adds up. So Without protests, you might have got 150,000. But if you fight it, at the end of the day, you may only get 10 because everything you had to pay out. And that's what people bank on. That's what these departments bank on. Take this and don't fight nothing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yep,
Well,
so
we shall see how this case goes, man.
they deserve
the book thrown at their butts, man.
And oh my gosh.
Hey, man, that is crazy, man. Hey, one thing, we're going to end this on a positive note tonight. And this is something, hey, we done all seen movies in our lifetime, Shay Boogie. A lot of good movies, man. But this is something in movies that we never, ever tripped off of that didn't happen. Let me share with you how it goes and everything, Shay.
Okay.
Now,
I'm on.
Can I make it bigger?
No.
Here
It's
it
fine.
is.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Man, watch this. Look, boom them. Boom, look. No holes. Nothing, no blood, no nothing. Boomed them at point blank. Ain't nothing. Give me a break. At the number 4 spot, Friday. I cannot be the only one who didn't notice that. The whole time Joy was beefing with Craig, she had a dude in the bed the whole time. I never noticed that. I know I'm not the only one. Come on, son.
Did you notice that, Shay?
Huh?
I
sure didn't. I did not notice that.
At the number 3 spot on Belly, Sincere get a little ugly nigga to chain, you know what I mean? Good shit, gave Shorty a whole chain, you feel me? And I don't know if my man is an Indian giver or he got 2 of these chains, but on the next scene, he got the chain on again. On the very next scene, when he's shopping with his wife, he got the chain on again. Give me a break. At the number 4 spot on Above the Rim, my man is Nightcrawler from X-Men, look at 52. Passed the ball to himself. Full court pass to himself. Come on. And at the number 1 spot, Shotters. The setting is 1978, but somehow they had the Jordan playoff 12s that was released in 96. In Jamaica, they had it in 1978. Give me a break.
Hey, man.
At the number 5 spot on Juice, when Pac Boom Radamas, watch this. Look, boomed them. Boom, look. No holes. Nothing, no blood, no nothing. Boomed them at point blank. Ain't nothing. Give me a break. At the number 4 spot, Friday. I cannot be the only one who didn't notice that. The whole time Joy was beefing with Craig, she had a dude in the bed the whole time. I never noticed that. I know I'm not the only one. Come on, son.
Hey, man, I noticed that one years ago, though, man.
I did.
I noticed that when she had him in the bed with her and stuff, man. That was hilarious, man. He was in the whole bed right behind her and stuff, man.
Yep.
Hey, man, I noticed that. I'm like, that is crazy, man. That is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's been a couple of those. I can't think of none off the top of my head, but there's been a couple of those I've seen and be like, what? Like what was that? Was it like High School Musical or something like that, where some people, like the extras, was dancing on stage, and then the next thing you know, there's a shot of the crowd and the same extras on stage is in the crowd. I've seen that. But I can't think of no major ones out of the movies. I'm gonna have to look for a couple of those.
Oh man, it's crazy, ain't it? Hey man,
it's crazy.
That make you think, man. I'm like, God, dog, man. You be looking, you like, but what the funniest one was on Above the Rim, man. I never tripped off of.
Still,
he got the rebound and passed it down to himself.
Somebody didn't check their Photoshop.
Oh my God, man. I never tripped off. I gotta go back and see that again, man. That's crazy. That is crazy.
At the number 3 spot on Belly, Sincere get a little ugly nigga to chain, you know what I mean? Good shit, gave Shorty a whole chain, you feel me? And I don't know if my man is an Indian giver or he got 2 of these chains, but on the next scene, he got the chain on again. On the very next scene, when he's shopping with his wife, he got the chain on again. Give me a break. At the number 4 spot on the above the rim, my man is Nightcrawler from X-Men, look at 52. Passed the ball to himself. Full court pass to himself. Come on. And at the number 1 spot, Shotters. The setting is 1978, but somehow they had the Jordan Playoff 12s that was released in 96. In Jamaica, they had them in 1978. Give me a break.
The Jordan playoff, them are the 12s too, man. That's crazy.
Yep.
Hey, man.
Crazy.
Hey, man. Hey, man, Shay Boogie, it's about time for us to slide on out of here, man. We had us a good little time today. Hey, man, if you guys have any suggestions on what you guys would like for us to talk about, definitely let us know, man, because we appreciate it, man. We go see you again next Sunday live. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a brother to tell a friend, man. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hey, man, this is my girl, Shay Boogie and the People's Champ. We signing off until next week. Hopefully, Game, Words of Wisdom will be back with us and everything. But we out of here, y'all. Peace.
I don't mean to be sweating you.